Welcome back to Golf Tips at Yankee Trace. And what we're going to do today, one of the other fundamentals is alignment. And if we don't have our alignment down, you have to hit it straight, so you better be aiming straight. If you're aiming to the left or aiming to the right, you're going to have some trouble. And I've seen a lot of people over the years that have trouble with aiming. The big thing with aiming is there's a few points that you need to look at. The club face is number one. Okay, the number one thing that you got to get lined up is the club face. Number two is going to be your shoulders. And number three, hips. Number four is going to be your feet. So your feet is actually the last thing that you really need to get lined up. However, that's the one thing we do see. So we want to make sure we do line up our feet correctly. So I'm going to show you how to get lined up and try to make it where you can do it consistently. So I'm going to show you here. As we're looking at this ball here, we need to go that direction. And I'm going to walk back here and get lined up from behind the ball. And as we're going from behind the ball, I'm looking down the line of where the ball is to the target. So as I'm looking down the line, I'm visualizing something out in front, maybe 5 or 6 feet out in front here. And that is on my imaginary target line. And I'm going to walk in. As I walk in, I'm going to get the club face lined up and perpendicular to my target line using this intermediate target. As I use the intermediate target, I'm going to get my feet parallel to that target line. Once I get my feet parallel to that target line, I can look up to the target and hopefully I can have my shoulders correct. And if my shoulders aren't correct, that's what's going to give me some alignment trouble with the ball flight. So if I'm not getting correct on my ball flight, make sure you have the club face lined up. Make sure you have your feet lined up parallel to that line. And then the one last thing you can't see is your shoulders. But if your posture is good, and one of the other tips that we gave about golf, about your posture, if your posture is not right, that's where you're going to have some trouble. So make sure you have that correct too. But if you have any more trouble with your ball flight, please give us a call at Yankee Trace at 438 Golf. Thanks.